sort of go into this kind of accent, and I'm like, Mr. Bond, we have been expecting you. That's a terrible, terrible Russian accent. I'm so sorry. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Ahojte a witajcie na moim kanale. Ako sa máte? Oh my god guys, I have missed you guys so much. I'm back. I took a bit of a break. For those who don't know, I took a bit of a break because I had a baby. I had a baby about 5 weeks ago. Yeah, my little princess is 5 weeks old. I've come back to all these new subscribers. Hello, who are you guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the family. First things first, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Snapchat. I hardly post on it, but you know, on my Snapchat, on my Twitter, which I also hardly post on, and my Facebook, and also subscribe to this channel if you are new. Anyway, today's video, guys, I want to talk about some of the common misconceptions that people think, and I've been guilty of this as well, about Slovakia or Eastern Europe. Misconception number one relates to Slovakia. If I say to you the film Hostel, what springs to mind? For those who have seen it, don't ruin it for those who haven't, but it's basically a film about a few backpackers who go to Slovakia, more specifically Bratislava, and they encounter some girls who help them basically lead them to their death. Now, it's not just about their death, it's about how they died. And I won't ruin it in case some people do want to go see it, but it's so gruesome, this film. And my point is, basically, because it's supposed to be set in Slovakia, and it portrays Slovaks in a certain way, or these people that were involved in here in this film in a certain way, that if you had never been to Slovakia, you would probably think, maybe I won't go to Slovakia. Or you know, it's a film that is quite gruesome and quite horrible. I actually want to question who had the job of thinking up something like this. It is really, really horrible. I mean, I don't really like horror films, but that's really horrible. So yeah, so when you hear Slovakia, some people who've seen the film already think of, oh, Hostel, and that is what it portrays. One, that film isn't actually set in Slovakia. It's set between Czech Republic and Germany, so it isn't even set in Bratislava. So yeah, misconception number one is Slovakia and brutal, sadistic murdering of backpackers, i.e. the film Hostel. Okay, so misconception number two, the fashion sense is somewhat questionable. When you hear Eastern Europe, you think, oh, this is the kind of dress sense that you're expected to see, of the men in particular. But having visited part of Eastern Europe, I can say that I'm yet to find somebody who dresses like this. So I would say that that rumour should be squashed. For me personally, I don't think I've seen someone dressed like this. Although, when I did meet my husband, a lot of his clothes did go in the bin because they were a bit dated, shall we say. But yeah, that's one of the misconceptions, that the fashion sense in Eastern Europe is a little bit behind the times. Misconception number three is that Eastern Europe is not quite as civilized as Western Europe. I mean, having been to both parts, you'll say, I wouldn't say that Eastern Europe isn't civilized. I would say that it probably isn't as developed as Western Europe. I've been reading a lot of my comments where people are debating whether Slovakia is Eastern Europe or Central Europe or heart of Europe, and why it's different to Western Europe. And some of the words that people are saying is that it's a bit poorer. I mean, I don't think it's poor. I think it's rich in other ways. Maybe not monetary, financially richer than Western Europe, like some sort of Germany. I would definitely not say that it makes it, you know, less civilized. I mean, if you're talking about the people as well, I don't know, kind of have to justify what's not, you know, why it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit behind Western Europe. That's a given, but I certainly wouldn't say it's, you know, less civilized or, you know, kind of poorer. Misconception number four, when you hear Eastern Europe, people think Russia or people think Poland. Those are the two places that people mistake my husband from being from. He's either Russian or he's Polish. Eastern Europe is big. It is massive. It's not under Russia anymore. It's not under the USSR, which people still think about with Eastern Europe. So we kind of need to bring them up to date. Sometimes when people hear Eastern Europe, they still think Russia, and yeah, it's not. Eastern Europe is bigger than just Russia. And misconception number 5, and you have Hollywood to thank for this, is that Eastern Europeans are always the bad guys. In movies, the Eastern European accent is just the easiest accent to portray as the bad guy. They're always either the villains or, you know, the terrorists or the mafia or the drug dealers. You know, they're always the tough bad guys. And I think it's because the accent just naturally allows for it to. I'm yet basically to see an Eastern European play a good guy. If you know any movies where the Eastern European accent is a good guy, link it below and I'd love to watch it. But yeah, misconception number 5 I would say is that, yeah, the Eastern European accent just has to be the bad guy in movies. Which always makes me laugh because I actually make fun of my husband when you know, when I'm making fun of his accent. I was sort of going into this kind of accent, and I'm like, Mr. Bond, we have been expecting us a terrible Russian accent. I'm so sorry. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share and subscribe and comment. In the meantime, I will catch you guys in my next one. Ciao. Bye.